Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 6th layout using the April Hip Kit, and here are some of the stuff that I might be using. I am going to be using that template that's from my stash, and I love templates. I have a ton of them, but I use them. I use them all the time, and here we go. I'm going to use that Amy Tangerine pattern paper again. I'm going to cut a little bit of that aqua piece at guess it would have been at the top, and this time around I'm going to put the orange branding strip at the top. And so just kind of flipped over the page, and these pictures are 2 Aprils ago, and I guess it's the same time as we went to Rainforest Cafe. We had brought my daughter to a competition in Niagara Falls, which was a 19-hour drive. We drove there, we watched her competitions for 4 or 5 days, and then drove back home. Now, on the way there, they weren't competing till the next day. We decided to stop in Toronto, and we went to the mall in Toronto, and there was this now, wait a second. Was that in Toronto or was that in Quebec? No, that was in Toronto. Yeah. And there was this fountain, and it just kind of, the water pools, in the center of it. And once it gets full, it just shoots up way up high. And so anyway, of course, we had to stick around and make sure that not only once, but we had to see it happen like 2-3 times. And I was okay with it because the first couple times I forgot to take my camera out and take a picture. So by the third time, I remembered to have my camera and take some pictures. So in the kit, in the color add-on kit, we got these Heidi Swap watercolor cards. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use the watercolor pencils that also came in the color add-on from Prima. And it is the basic pack. And I'm going to take out the blue, the orange, and the yellow watercolor pencils. And I'm just going to randomly put the colors throughout that watercolor card. And it just makes the title stick out a little bit more. And then I'm going to put some cardstock in behind to make the word stick out even more. And then I'm going to do something to it to make it sparkle. And I really like that. So there's no rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just making sure that the same color's not touching twice. And so just coloring the background, putting my pencils back, putting the water away. And this mat here is a Heidi Swap mat. Oh, I love it. And when I pick it up there, you're going to see I have a big cut through it because there's one time I was using my X-Acto knife and I forgot to take it away and I cut right through it. I've since bought a second one, but because I love this mat so much, but I'm going to use this mat until it rips apart. And even then, I'm going to cut it down in smaller pieces. So when I'm doing something, small that I just need a little piece of mat, I can do that. Now I'm taking those watercolor pencils again and putting it, I'm using the orange one again, and I'm just putting some smooches to the background using some packaging. And for some reason, it looks like I'm really giving her. But it's just times 4 like usual. And this layout took me 48 minutes. So I don't know, maybe I was bouncing with energy, or maybe I just had my coffee and I was just really, going to town and getting this layout done. So I'm going to use my heat gun and I'm going to dry it up. Now I'm going to take that sort of bursting sun template, and I'm going to use a paint dauber from my stash, and I'm just going to add some rays to the background. And I just wanted some blue on there, and it's not really rays of sunshine, but I just wanted the rays, I wanted the contrast of that blue, because I did put blue on that watercolor card, so I wanted to make sure that I use blue somewhere else. And I cut down my pictures quite a bit. I think they're like 3 by 6. And now I'm going to mount them on some vellum, and the vellum comes in the cardstock add-on. So I'm just going to take my scissors and just roughly cut around it. And I love that vellum. That vellum here was a little different than usual. Usually it's transparent, and this time here, or clear, and this time here it was white vellum. And I really like that. I really liked using that vellum. Or I guess the last few kits, the cardstock add-on, the vellum was white instead of just the clear. Now, like I said, I'm trying to put some pattern paper in the background, and I didn't know where else I would use that cutesy aqua pattern paper with the sunshine, so I decided that I was going to use it to back the words just for fun. And then I found it didn't stand out enough. So once I get the pattern paper on, I'm going to take my glitter pen from Sakura, and I'm going to go over each letter and make it sparkle. And I just thought it just reminded me of water, and I really like that. So it's going to take me a few minutes to do that. So while I'm doing that, this video will be uploaded the weekend of the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. And like I said in the last video, it's my birthday this weekend, so I just wanted to do something special on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to upload a bunch of videos, and some of them are, there's going to be at least 6 that are going to be process videos. There's going to be giveaways, and then just a bunch of videos that I'm going to put up. So be watching on my YouTube channel for that. And the giveaways too, I realized, I guess it was last week or the week before, I reached 5,000 subscribers. So woohoo! I can't believe that I have that many subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I totally love all your comments. I wish I had time to respond to every single comment. And like I said, sometimes I try to respond to questions and I can't find it again. And so what I try to do is answer the questions in videos. I'm hoping once my room is done, maybe I'll be able to do not live Q&As, but you know what I mean, face-to-face Q&As. And maybe then I'll be able to answer questions that way. And if you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, you know that I had to get a procedure done. It was done on May 8th. Today is like May 20th or something like that. And I feel awesome. I feel it. I went back to normal pretty quickly. I was a little tired for a little bit, but nothing too major. So fingers crossed that it worked. And also, and because I feel already, more energy and stuff like that. I don't know if it's just psychological, because I know that the procedure's done and it's making me feel awesome that it's done. But like I said, fingers crossed. I have all these ideas in my head of stuff that I want to do on my YouTube channel, and I just needed the energy to do it. And that includes like answering questions and stuff like that. Like there's only so many hours in a day, and I still have to keep up my motherly duties and wifely duties too, right? And sometimes I would love to be able to be locked up in my scrap room all day. Hey, I would love it. If I can win the lottery and I can, hire a maid and a cook, I'll be scrapping all the time. In between those times that I'm not traveling, because, we have all this money that we can travel all the time now. But anyway, that's just fantasy, right? But this month on my Facebook group, the challenge was to scrap about why you started, scrapbooking, and why you still do it. And I can tell you, I know why, and I know, all that stuff. But just doing it just made me realize, man, you've been doing this for over 16 years. And if anything, you love it more than when you started. And it just kind of, I don't know, it kind of rejuvenated my love of scrapbooking again. And in the past week or so, I've just been pumping out these layouts and getting a ton done. So, if you feel kind of a lull in your scrapbooking, maybe do a layout about why you started doing it and why you're still doing it. And maybe it'll just be that reminder or that thing that will kind of fire up that love of scrapbooking, even more. So while I was chatting, what I did was I just added some wood veneer, some little labels from one of the pattern papers in the 6x6 pattern paper. There's a whole bunch of labels, so I've been cutting them off and using them as layering basis for my embellishment clusters. Some epoxy stickers, some wood veneer, and now I'm using the alphas that came in one of the kits. I don't remember which one, but it was one of the hip kits. And the title is not that original. It's called Blast Off, because that's what it felt like. We just kind of waiting for it, and it was like, poof, blast off, like it was just, and it just shoots up in the air. And you can just hear the people, in the mall, they all stop, and the little kids, you can hear them oohing and awing. It was just really fun. Now I'm covering the pictures. I'm going to take out my India ink, and I'm going to splatter some big splatters on my layout. And that's going to complete layout number 6, I believe, eh? Yes, layout number 6 using the April hip kit. So if you're watching this weekend of May 22nd to 24th, just be looking on my channel. I have a bunch of process video that's going to go up on my channel this weekend, plus at least one video for 1 or 2 videos for giveaways. And if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up just to let YouTube know. And I hope you're having an awesome weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye.